Satalia is a spin-out of University College London Computer Science Department. We spun out in 2008, and the idea was to provide optimization as a service. So this was before the cloud, this was before APIs, this was before big data became cool. The idea was that there are thousands of algorithms that are sitting in academia that could solve problems in the world and solve problems in the world really well, but they sit there and they don't do anything. And the idea was that we could provide a service, a conduit for these algorithms to industry by making APIs available so that industry could submit problems to this engine, and the engine would be able to find out what are the best algorithms to apply to solve that problem. So as I said, this was 2008, and this was before the cloud and before APIs. So over the past 5 years, 6 years, what we've been doing is building solutions for companies using our engine that solve industry problems. So one of the solutions that we've built is regarded as the best last mile delivery solution in the world. So if you imagine if you're a delivery company and you want to provide slots to your employees, I'm sure many of you have shopped online. When you've bought your item, you want to then see what slots can be available to you, what slots can be shown to you. And then you want to be able to also optimize your vehicles in the background so that you're showing as many slots to those customers as possible. Sitting inside these engines, these systems require lots of things. One of the things is optimization. The other things are things like machine learning and stuff like that. And over the past 18 months, we've used our engine to develop what's, as I said, considered the best last mile delivery solution in the world that we're looking now at taking to market. And we're also building solutions that require heavy-duty optimization for lots of other big companies. So one of the solutions that we're developing is a staff rostering solution. Imagine if you've got thousands of employees that you need to allocate over the next year to projects. This is also a very, very complex optimization problem. And if you apply smarter algorithms to these types of problems, you achieve very, very big wins. So, for example, in the delivery space, if you can shave off 1% of the amount of time it takes to deliver to customers, you can save large companies millions and millions of pounds. Optimization is really, really hard, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the missing piece in what people are calling artificial intelligence. We hear the term artificial intelligence a lot. My background, my PhD, my research is in artificial intelligence. I've been studying for the past 15 years, and we're using and abusing the word artificial intelligence. For me, if you look at the best definition of intelligence, intelligence is defined as goal-directed adaptive behavior. Goal-directed adaptive behavior. So you have to try and achieve a goal. You can behave, you can allocate resources in a way that achieves a goal, but the key word here is adaptive. If you don't have a system that adapts as it's learning, then I would argue that it's not AI. So I think it's really important that we're not confusing here machine learning with artificial intelligence. Machine learning is just one component in an artificial intelligence stack that's very, very good at finding patterns in data. Machine learning is very, very good at doing statistical analysis and finding patterns in data. It's not very good at decision making, and that's where optimization comes in. So that's where our service, our optimization as a service, comes into this picture. So when you're building your artificial intelligence stack, you need an area where you can bring in data. You need an area that extracts insights from data, which is machine learning, and then you need a component that makes good decisions based on those insights. And then crucially, you need to get it to learn. And so over the past 7 years, 6 years, what Satalia has been doing is building solutions for big companies that have all of these different elements. And one of those solutions is a delivery solution. So the majority of our revenues right now are coming from these solutions that we're building, but our aspiration is to take our Solve engine, our optimization as a service, to be the optimization brain behind everything. There are billions and billions of optimization problems that are being solved today. Routing vehicles, rostering staff, verifying software, and we want to be the optimization brain behind everything. So I hate to use the analogy, but if you ask Google a question, you get back a very good answer. If you ask our Solve engine an optimization problem, you get back the best answer because it has a portfolio of thousands of algorithms that are being applied to it. And the benefit of this service is that the academics that are providing those algorithms can get royalty payments for their innovations. At the moment, there's no reward mechanism to give academics these royalty payments. So by putting their algorithms, by putting their innovations in our engine, we can now start to give data and royalty payments to the academics. One of the things so this is the Solve engine. I won't bore you with it. If you'd like to see a demo, I can show you later on. But one of the things that we've done over the past several years, we've built a team of 37 people across Europe that have skills in natural language processing, machine learning, optimization. And over the past 2 years, we've been developing an application that we call Satalia Go. It's nothing to do with Pokemon Go, but what it does is it tries to bring optimization to the masses. So if you say to Siri right now, what's the weather tomorrow? Siri will do a pattern match. It'll do weather tomorrow and come back with an answer. But if you say, Siri, I'm in London this weekend, and I'm staying at the Intercontinental Hotel, and I'd like to see as many parks and museums as possible, create a schedule for me. Siri will have no idea what you're talking about. Try it. It will not understand what you're doing. So what we've done is we've developed an application called Satalia Go that I can demo to you after this, that you can interact in natural language, and it can solve optimization problems. So you can say where you're staying, you can say where you'd like to start and end, and eventually this will start to learn your preferences and say, oh, I know that you like to eat sushi restaurants. Can I recommend this place? And you can start to give it more complex constraints like budgets and time constraints and things like that. What I want to do is I want to bring optimization to the masses. And one way of doing that is through bots and through natural language processing. So as I said, we're a team of 37 people. We're growing very quickly. We're turning over about £3 million this year and maybe £4 million next year. We are looking at bringing on some investment. So if you're interested, please get in touch. Thank you.